Warning! Bitag Live Morning caters to mature audiences. Topics discussed are particularly on hot, timely, current issues purposely intended for Filipino viewers and listeners worldwide. Discussions may contain language that may not be appropriate for some sensitive audiences. If you do not approve of the content listed above, please do not watch our videos. If you wish to continue, we strongly advise that you proceed with caution. Viewer maturity is advised. And yun hong survey na ginawa ho ng February, ginawa ho sa mga kabataan. Kaya nagalit ho si Pinoy, sinabi niya, the lost generation. Kasi hindi daw ho maintindihan yung martial law. The evil of martial law. And that's why they seem to embrace and fascinated and fantasize yung Marcos era. Sabi ho ni Pinoy. This was in February. I mean, I'm saying it because nag-broadcast ako rito eh. And Pinoy was so angry back then. Kaya ang turo niya ho ay sinisisi niya ang eskwela at universidad at kolehiyo na hindi raw ho tamang pagturo ng DepEd sa mga libro na nandiyan naman sa martial law. Yung survey ho kasi lumabas sa mga henerasyon na 15 hanggang 25 na talagang wala ho sila eh. Siguro na noon yung inability to understand what these yellows are talking. The evil of martial law. Alam naman ho natin, sa anumang administrasyon may evil din kasi. The question really is, state-sponsored ba yung sinasabing pagpatay? State-sponsored ba ng panahon ho ni Marcos na sabihin natin talagang lumabag sa karapatan pantao na ginagamit ho nila brutally rape, etc. Pagpatay o anong ginawa rito, ganun pang abuso. Yung ba'y talagang state-sponsored abuse na sinisigaw ho nila? Kahit na ho kay Duterte, ganyan ang sinasabi na kahit na ho kay Pinay, alahu sila, wala kayong maririnig ng ganyan, maliban lamang yung mga nag-iingay sa Hacienda Luisita. Yung pang-abuso ng pamilya ng Aquino. And so, kaya sa atin ho, binabalikan lang ho natin to. Kaya yung mga madre at mga pare na dapat nagtuturong spiritual, ang tinuturo ho, mag-rally, mga putok sa buho, mga madre at mga pare ito. Pati mga obispo na hindi ho maintindihan kung anong ibig siyang kapatawaran, yun hong una lahat maglalaya sa iyo yung kalayaan mo sa sinasabing mapait na karanasan ang pagpapatawad. Sila ho, I forgive, I forgive you, but I will not forget. Where is forgiveness? I forgive you, but I will not forget. You haven't really forgiven. So ibang henerasyon na ho ngayon, ini-export ho nila, they wanna transfer yung mga panahon ho ng martial law. And I love to go sa rally. You know why? The reason why I go to rally dyan sa Mendiola, mamarcha? Because the reason why I want is because there's excitement. I don't really understand why we're rallying because it's a fashion, it's a statement. Kasama namin yung mga taga-UP. Indoctrinize kami nung araw. This is what's happening sa mga kabataan ngayon. Yung mga Atenista, yung mga Marinollers, yung mga Miriam ngayon, yung mga Saints ko, and with due respect sa UP, consistent ho sila. But what I'm saying dito kasi, itong mga kabataan na to, hindi alam. My son Carl, 16 years old, said, "What do you think, Dad, of these guys? You know, my age." He's a self-awakening, said, "Well, son, they don't know anything about martial law." Sabi ng ganon. Because they've been out there doing the rallying. Sabi ko, they just don't have anything to do, I guess, because they're rich brats. And rich brats, they just want to be, the avant-garde. They always want to be the first. They want to lead. They want to lead because they're the top of the food chain. They want to lead because they consider themselves top of the food chain. Siyempre nga naman, you're filthy rich. If you're not filthy rich, you're above middle class, the upper middle class and the middle class. So these are the smaller group of, the top of the food chain. Pero pag tinanong ho natin sa mga below poverty line, na malaki ho yung porsyento ng populasyon dyan, above poverty line, nakakahaon, tsaka yung mga working class at the lower middle class, believe me, kayong mga nasa top of the food chain wanted to be leaders and want to be good in what you're saying about history, you don't know anything about history. So probably the liberal, eto mga dilaw, they feel na baka maagawan yung si Ninoy at si Cory ng pagiging bayani, baka mahalo Ferdinand Marcos bayani. Hindi naman ho sinasabi ng pamilya at so far wala akong naririnig at ayaw ko marinig na si Marcos ay bayani. Ang paglibing sa kanya isang libingan at just a piece of the land. And maybe a bragging rights. My father was buried sa libingan ng bayani being a soldier. And that's not a hero. He's not a hero. So anong problema niyo mga dilaw? So the question that I'm saying is that you don't own the pieces of history or piece of history when it talks about martial law because, you know, it's not only found in your books in your house, the books in the library of the universities and colleges. You know, now these days, technology changes everything. Your lifestyle, your behavior, your attitude. That's what technology is all about. And the technology also defines the demographics. But the demographics is not just dividing the social, you know, the social classes of people na mga mayayaman lang may karapatan to talk about martial law. Yung mga mahihirap, hindi na pa pwede kasi mahihirap sila, mga hampas lupa, mga patay gutom. Kayo mga mayayaman, kayo ba lang ang may karapatan? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? You don't need those history books in your library. Those history books will stay there in colleges and universities. It's the acquisition. Why blame the professors, instructors, and teachers? Well, the first teachers are the parents at home. Ay yung mga kolehiyo, nag-aral sa kolehiyo. Pag napag-uusapan ng martial law, sinishare sa magulang sa kanilang dinner table or just an ordinary conversation. And then sasabihin ng mga magulang, kalokohan yan, iha. Hindi totoo yan sa history na yan. Hindi namin naranasan yan. Patay kang bata ka. That's because the acquisition, the experience of those parents and the professors and teachers na natuturo, neutral, base doon sa experience ng kanilang mga magulang na passed on to the next generation. That's what the yellow don't understand. They do not understand or refuse to understand demographics. Technology defines demographics. So, hindi na uso yung mga panahon ng dekada 70 na mag-rally ka dyan. Now these days, it's just like a fashion statement or fad for these young kids standing out there, honk your horn if you know, for support na Marcos is not bayani. Doon palang mali ng kanilang pananaw eh. Yung bang issue rito, maging bayani si Marcos? Or tama bang pagpapalibing kay Marcos doon sa libingan ng bayani? Eh, sino bang didesisyon? Korte Suprema. Eto naman si Lagman. Bumubula ng bibig, bumibilog ng kanyang mukha sa akasalita. Kaya siya pahukain parang, come on, give me a break. You sound like a clown. You sound more like Trillanes. Well, very simple mga boss. You can't dictate. Tama ba yan? You can negotiate. You can talk to them and then sell that knowledge, which would become wisdom if it's acquired only then if they really fully understood. Ganun lang ho kasimple. Kaya kayo dyan sa Ateneo, my school, kaya kayo dyan sa mga batang mga ginamit, oy, Commission on Human Rights, karapatan na mga bata sila'y binibilad sa araw doon sa harapan ng eskwelahan. Karga-karga yung sinasabing mga ano ba yung kartulina paper na about martial law na wala pang alam to mga bata na to. Alam ba nilang ginagawa nila? They're supposed to be in school to learn the ABCs a little history, a little, school is fun. Do not teach the kids to make these kids political. You sons of, okay. You sons of, okay. You sons of, okay.